Hey, it's day 8 of the $100,000 challenge. Let's go find out what happens. Hey, Josh here, and it's time to find out what will happen. Remember, trading is risky. Always trade in a simulator before you put real money on the line. And this is EVA Trades. So let's take a look first off at the progress so far. Here I'm up $17,659 in 7 days. So let's see if on day 8, let's see if we can cross that $20,000 mark. How cool would that be? We'll find out very shortly here. So I'm going to push play in the simulator. It's 6:25 on July 28th, a simulated day in the past. And these are the stocks gapping up this morning and the ones that I picked off the gap scanner. And this is a quick look here at that gap scan, a copy of a gap scan. And yeah, I've gotten BTTX, TBLT, and plug came off the high of day momentum scanner. And then I have GOVX over here on the other screen, along with run also from the high of day momentum scanner. So we have 5 stocks here that I'm watching. And these two here on this screen, I'm not quite as excited about, although GOVX has a nice green bar with this pullback here. So you can see where we had the open of pre-market at $1.84, traded below it, broke up above it, and then back tested and just consolidating sideways here on a bull flag. So let's take a look at the longer time frame on that and let's see what that looks like. So the hourly time frame stepping down here, we had some nice days a few days ago, and now so it's just kind of consolidating. Maybe this is the move, the next move up possibly. Who knows, right? Gonna get over the high of the previous day. All right, so cool. Maybe there's something there. We'll see. Pretty good volume on it too, but it's a little cheap, so I'm not sure yet. Pivot here on RUN. I remember we traded run before at the beginning of the $10,000 account challenge. I recall trading run. So run is you know, it's looking pretty strong on the hourly here, but it could do for some consolidating soon. Some consolidation. And I'd like to see some more volume come into it. This one might be a little spready, so I'm going to keep that in mind. All right, and back over here to the main screen. BTTX was my favorite of the day. We'll see what happens with that one. Right now you have this descending line there to get over. Support down here. Bulls would like to break over 263. Here, pivot there, and support. Just following the EMA on this one on the way up, on that 5-minute, also on the 15, a little extended. So I'm seeing some extensions here today. Like maybe we need to see some consolidating on some of these stocks before we see a move higher. Quite possibly. Something to keep in mind before I go all crazy on hitting the buy button and jumping in and jumping out. I want to be a little careful, a little cautious. But it's nice to see this kind of momentum. That's exciting. So we have 1.5 minutes until the market opens. I have my stop loss parameters already set and ready to go. I'm going to look them over real quick though to make sure that my levels are okay, so that when I place my trades, my stop loss will be within a good distance of my entry. See, I like this right here. I like this nice green bar breaking out over that pivot, back testing the pivot and the EMA and the VWAP, and looking for a move up through the line, through that descending line. There's also a resistance at 255. But I would say Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens with it here. So we got a minute to go till the open. I had somebody ask me a question. Why are all the dates older dates? Why don't they line up with the current date? And that's because I'm trading in a simulator, backtesting my strategy to make it ready to prove that I can make $100,000 before I put real money on the line. And I hope that you'll do the same too in your trading, where you'll backtest your own strategies and even learn from the strategies that I use here to prove that you can make money in the stock market before you put real money on the line. So breaking through that descending resistance there, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that line. Things just seem really extended right now. Yeah, I just looked over at run and I saw some whipping around on run, and it does have a pretty big spread. See, now we're breaking through there, 2030. That range of that candle is 46 cents. What time is it? We have 10 seconds till these candles close. Okay, we're getting rejected here, failing on BTTX. I'm kind of looking for a pullback on plug, but I didn't get it, so I'm just going to jump in it anyways and see if it wants to continue moving higher. And I'll just go ahead and take my profit there. Just looking for a quick one on that, just because of the extension. I'm in over here on BTTX off of that support, the VWAP there. Whoops. Tried to sell, but my finger slipped off the mouse. So now I'm going to wait and see if it pops back up again. There we go. That's what I was looking for. So that resistance of 256 is a double top. I'm going to go ahead and buy that again. Oops, getting stopped out. Ooh, that's a pretty strong move. Back down there. Buying a 2-bar pullback on TBLT. Not liking BTTX with that. Breaking through support now. Just going to get out of BTTX. Down 1,500 on it. Let's see if we can get up to 650 maybe here on TBLT. Boy, plug just plugging away. Wow, look at this drop over here. My gosh. I would buy that, but I don't think I'm going to. It could bounce right there. It's very possible. So struggling here a little bit on... There we go. Just going to go ahead and sell that. Making almost a cool 4,000 there on TBLT. And my math is a little rusty this morning. But I do believe I'm at my daily goal and then some. Yeah, I'm at 2,500 and 2,578. That's pretty good. And we did get a bounce here. So my daily goal is $2,000. So my entry here, let's break this down real quick. So this was a 2-bar pullback on the 1 minute time frame. It didn't necessarily pull back to a support level. Excuse me. But it did, however, give a 2-bar pullback, and I saw the strength in the volume coming in, and I jumped in it, and then it just broke out from there. So that was a really nice classic 2-bar pullback. Really like those 2-bar pullbacks. A lot of times they work really good. Yeah, and that first trade I took here on BTTX, I took off of this support and sold for a little bit of profit, $300. And then when this candle opened up here, I was expecting a move up higher, but it started pulling back almost right away, and I should have exited right then. But then I started thinking, well, maybe we'll find, support here. But as I've said in the past, the more that you test the support, the weaker it becomes, because everybody who was going to buy has already bought, and there aren't any more people who are going to buy. And so oftentimes it'll fail then. And then you'll see like this happen where stop loss is triggered because other people were in this trade. They had their stop losses down here. And when the price got down there, it just caused it to flush. And now you can see on the 5 minute, we had that breakout. Even on the 15, if you want to get all crazy and technical here, look at the 15-minute time frame. Now we have a 2-bar pullback here on the hourly, but on the 15-minute time frame here, see how they had the breakout and then it failed? We do have time left on this candle. It's only not even halfway through, so this could turn around, but I don't like it for a turnaround. Anytime a candle like this breaks the high but then breaks the low, that's kind of weak. And look at the volume here. So a lot of selling. There isn't much support. And other things are pulling back right now too. Possible trade here on plug on this pullback right here. I'm not interested in it. Let's go over here. We'll take a look at GOVX. Trying to make a move higher here. RUN. Really kind of spready. I do like this this kind of play right here. Let's get rid of this line. But you have this nice bullish candle here. The volume's a little on the weaker side though. So no, I don't like it as much now that I see it. And this one should have broken out right away, and it actually did by just a little bit, but couldn't hold. So but this is kind of an equilibrium, the high of the move, and then you kind of get this, equilibrium pattern tightening up. So you might see a little pullback here before it turns around and breaks out. And maybe you get through the high of 31. Same sort of situation here, but they're choppy. Kind of the same thing here. A little equilibrium, high the move, low the pullback, lower high, higher low. Looking for the break through 2120. It's an inside bar on the 5-minute time frame. So declining bear volume here. I always like it when the volume declines. You might find support here off of the VWAP. Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. I wasn't even over there. I was just pointing out that you have declining bear volume here. And maybe you find support down here. But let's go back over there and take a look at GOVX. Continuing higher. Some pretty nice volume too. Looking to break through that high of yesterday, which is right here at $2.06. You see that? High of yesterday. Well, it's not quite the high, is it? Yeah, it is. Triple top. Kind of, sort of. Yep, triple top, 206. So it's the same concept. The more you test the resistance, the higher the chances of actually breaking through it, and looking like we are getting some follow through now here on RUN. So that's not too bad. Let's go over here and take a look at this equilibrium on plug, getting ready to break through the resistance. If I wasn't at my daily goal, I probably would be taking a trade on this. You buy this and then you sell when it breaks. And as we thought, TBLT is finding some support down here towards that VWAP area after that declining volume. Now you want to see the bulls step in. You'd like to see a little more volume than this. That candle is halfway through. Pulling back a little more here than I'd like to see on plug. So back over here to GOVX. You have this high of day break, and then the back test to that is also a $2 level, which is a great psychological level. If I had noticed that sooner, I might have just taken a trade right here. But that's okay. Yeah. Okay, there's a failure, and that's, you know, plenty of time to recover. Brand new 5-minute candle. I would expect this 5-minute candle to pull back a little more. Let's go back over and look at plug now, trying to break out here. It did break through that level. That equilibrium there was a little more extended than what I'd normally like to see, so I'm not sure this is going to be a sustainable breakout, especially under, look at this red volume here. So there is some selling pressure, but let's see if we break through and maybe squeeze out some shorts. I don't know. I don't know that that's going to happen, but you've got a 2150 resistance up here. Now that's a pretty nice strong candle on some strong volume, so maybe, you know, get a little pullback here before it takes off and goes higher. Not too bad. I do like TBLT having some nice volume on after that declining volume. You see what we're talking about? That declining volume there and that pullback down to that support area. And then a nice green candle here with some really strong volume. That's pretty bullish. And now you've got this pullback to the EMA. You could take a starter there. And then if it pulls back a little more, you could even add and then look for a move up towards the high. Going back over to GOVX. GOVX now breaking out. So nice entry off of $2 here and breaking out over 206 now, that daily level. Here's a little pullback that you could jump in on. So yeah, certainly some nice trading here today. Let's see, there it goes. There it goes. So it's making its move higher. Plug over here is struggling a little bit, but it is a stock with a higher float, so it's going to struggle. It's not going to move quite as fast. I like lower float stocks. They move a lot quicker. There aren't as many shares available to trade, and you have a whole lot of interest, so that causes the stocks to move a lot faster. So we have a 5-minute failure, it looks like here, starting to take shape. We could find support here and another bounce back up. It's possible right around that $6 level. We'll see. You got this red candle. Bear flag over here on BTTX. Kind of a 2-bar pullback here on GOVX. That high red volume candle there, but we broke over it. That's pretty strong. So now we're back testing it. Maybe even back testing the daily. Notice how both these stocks are pulling back at the same time. There is a really strong chance that you're going to bounce off of this $30 level. Like maybe that's as far back as it pulls back, as far as it'll pull back. Maybe. But yeah, it's a high probability a high probability trade that as we break through the high, which was right here, the high of day, on that red candle where the bears pushed the price down, we came back up and broke through that. There's a really high probability trade there on a back test of that level where you get in and then you look for a move up through the highs. And you have the same kind of thing happening. Well, look, it happened here. You know, you had this high of day on that first candle. We consolidated for a while. We broke through it. We back tested it and then broke through the highs. And so those are valid trades, valid plays. Now this 5-minute candle is getting ready to close red like that. That's a red flag. I don't think I would be buying this for a bounce here based on that candle. And if I did, it would be for a really quick trade. It would just be in and out really fast. I wouldn't try to hold it to break through the highs. I could still break through the high. But it's just the probabilities are lower now than what they were before. So always thinking in probabilities. So remember, again, test your strategy in a simulator before you put real money on the line, and come back and watch more videos. I'll be trading in the simulator nearly every day. So this is that $100,000 challenge. Let me see. How much did I say I was up today? $2,500. I needed $2,400 to cross that $20,000 mark. So I have made $20,000 in 8 days. So that's not too bad. Yeah, pretty happy about that. Thanks for tuning in, and make sure you watch some of my other videos and take care of yourself. Have a nice rest of your day.